Hello everyone, my name is Jen and welcome to the Book Refuge. Hello my friends and welcome to this fun little announcement video. I know not all of you will care about this, that's alright, not a lot of you like readathons or anything, but listen up a little bit to what this one's going to be about because I promise you this is one of the most approachable readathons you can do, honestly. I think that the Romance Takeover readathon is maybe a little bit simpler to compete in, but this one, everything you read will count. It has such a fun theme, and Maggie, who will be the grand master of all of this, she has spent a whole year planning this and getting it set up and everything, and that is just, it's going to be so much fun. Last year, the Bridgerton was kind of the theme, so it was a historical romance themed readathon, but the thing is again, like every book you read will count, and we'll get into how that works. But there will be a fun Discord, there will be weekly challenges, there will be team strategy, there will be ways to try to attack our competitive teams. And I'm just super excited because, again, last year I wasn't a co-host, I was a participant, which I ended up being so sad that I hadn't said yes to being a co-host. It just kind of got away from me. But it was so much fun to just get to compete because, you know, you guys know I host a lot of readathons. I usually plan them myself too. So to be a part of one that I didn't have to plan, to just do it, was amazing. And this year I'm so excited to be a co-host, even though Maggie hasn't even told us everything, so that we get to compete in it as well. But I will be one of the co-hosts, and I'll tell you which team that I'm co-hosting. And we'll go into just everything about it. I'm so excited to share it with you. But yeah, this is for the Phantom Romance Readathon 2024. It will be for the entire month of September again. So there's no, oh, I have to finish a book in a week or a weekend. You have the entire month to read as much as you can, and you can still compete in the challenges and post challenges and stuff without having to be, without having to have really finished anything, because everything you are doing will count. So the theme for this one this year is that we will read as many romance books as we can and earn points to compete in challenges against the other teams. There'll be 2 hosts for each team, and then each team actually has 2 tropes that they represent. We'll get into the theming in a second here. You can also get extra points by how many pages that get read, and reading the other team's tropes get you points as well. So you'll see the form that Maggie will have you fill out after every book that you read. You are going to get oodles of points for the team, even if you're reading the simplest of things, because there's ways to make it work. So the theme of this is really beautiful, and the way that it's kind of set up is, again, it's based on Phantom of the Opera, and the 5 different teams represent 5 different people who would be at the opera house, or who would work there, or are part owners, or lost love, all these things. And all of us are vying for the hand of Kristin Daae, okay? All in different ways, we're vying for her hand. And we are having to go up against each other, and also one of the 5 teams is the Phantom. Again, we don't know this. The way it worked last year is that I was actually on the team that was the Lady Whistledown type of thing. She was called something else, but I was like on that team, and we didn't even know. It was based on the clues and stuff that she puts out that we're able to figure it out, right? So you're still able to play, and you won't even know. But the Phantom will be trying to trip up other people, and we're all vying for the hand of the lovely Kristin Daae. And that's how it works, right? So the 5 different teams are opera singer, stagehand, ballet dancers, Raul, and the opera owners. So those are the 5 different teams. And I am a part of the opera singer team, so we'll go into what the opera singer is in a moment. But there will be the rules, okay, sorry, I'll go in order for this so I don't get all crazy. The rules for how we do this is basically, if you don't want to do any other thing, you can just log the books that you're reading. If you don't want to be part of the Discord, if you don't want to do with that, I will have links available where you can log your books. You pick a team. You do need to go into the Discord to be assigned to a team, because Maggie does need to know how many people are on a team, because that's how she bases our like points off of anything, because she does like make it work so that if one team only has 10 people, that it gets kind of fared out with those of us who have, like, let's say we have 30 people on a team, right? You'll see. But you'll log every book that you read, and based on page length, what tropes are involved, and any other challenges that maybe she'll have a weekly challenge that's like, read a book that's been on your TBR for a really long time, like you'd get extra points for it or something. You can solve the weekly phantom challenges. So we will get challenges put into our Discord that we will get to like discuss in the chat and come up with an answer, and we can win points for being right. And then we can participate in social media challenges. So every week there'll be like post about blank or blank. And if you do, you'll earn points for our team. But again, all that stuff is secondary. You don't have to be a part of any of it. You can just read the books and give us your points. And then you'll be able to attack teams during the challenges and steal some of their points. Or as I said, hinder them with different like attacks we'll be able to do and everything. So again, I know this sounds really overwhelming, but just after I describe what the teams are and what the tropes are, just pick a team you're excited for. Go to the Discord that's in my link down below. Pick a team. And then if you never want to go in the Discord again, that's fine. You don't have to. But if you do, you can have a lot of fun with us, which is great, because it's basically just a chat system and everything in there. So the different challenges, there will be the blind auction, which this is where we'll use points that we've won to bid against the other team to, again, like get weapons to be able to use against other people. There's the social media challenges, the phantom challenges, and then there is benchmarks where we'll unlock abilities as we read throughout the month, which is awesome. So the way the regular points go is you'll get 1 point for every page you read. Okay, example, the book is 335 pages. You get that many points straight off the bat without anything else. So again, that means it doesn't even have to be a romance. Let's say you're reading David Copperfield. I just made that up out of my head. Or let's say you're reading Little House on the Prairie, okay? Those still count as points, just base layer when you read, right? So everything you read in September, you can use for this. As well as what you listen to, of course, like listening also counts as well. If it is a gothic atmosphere, if it is a romance book, obviously you're getting bonus points if it is a romance book. If it's a Phantom of the Opera retelling, that's for 50 points. If it's one of the 2 tropes that are assigned to your team, which again, we'll get into that, that's 100 points. And then if you read the other team's tropes, that's 50 points. So you'll see, and you'll see this when you will fill out the form. She has spots for this, like you won't even have to overthink it. She asks you, I've already looked at the form, I see how it is. She'll ask you the book, how many pages, what tropes are in it, what team you're on, and you just will fill that out for each book that you read and turn it in, and then Maggie will calculate all the points for us. She is a wizard. She's amazing. If you haven't right now as of watching this, I want you to pause me talking, go to Maggie's channel and follow her, because she's amazing. You need to do that. She did all this work for us to have fun. She deserves your follow at least. Like, she's amazing. And then, yeah, so those will get us all of the teams. And then there is 5 extra bonus points if you provide more details. So if you want to, because she's going to make a spreadsheet, I believe, at the end of this for recommendations to people. And so if you will also provide what your star rating is, what your spice rating is, what the subgenre was, if it's an indie author, if it has diverse representation, those all get little bonus points too. There's just for a few bonus points, but the more info you provide, the more points you'll get. But again, you don't have to. You could just turn in the book, say it was 250 pages, it was a romance book, turn it in, done. You did your job. Again, it's only as complicated as we like want to make it, okay? So now, before we wrap this up, I'm going to go through the different characters, because of course I want you to join Team Opera Singer, but maybe the tropes of one of the other couple or one of the other characters will be better for you, right? And you'll have to go with one of those, because you got to pick what you're going to read the most of, you know? Okay, so the 5 characters. Let's start with the ballet dancers. Okay, so if you choose ballet dancer team, the 2 tropes that represent you are why choose and shifters. Okay, so if you read any romances with those, you're getting 100 points for your team. And this one says, an enchanting embodiment of strength, grace, and beauty, the ballet troupe mesmerizes with each graceful pirouette. Yet beyond the stage, their primal movements beckon Kristin with a silent invitation, a promise to see her darkest desires become reality. Their combined charm and vibrant energy raise the alluring question, can she only pick one, or can she have them all? So if Kristin wants a little bit of why choose, there's that. Then there are the opera owners, which are, of course, age gap and billionaires, right? Makes sense. So the billionaire twins, Amir and Zara, are the newfound owners of the French opera house. They exude an air of authority and refinement with every step they take. Their commanding presence demands respect, and they brook no disobedience or deviation from their directives. In their world, there is little room for error, and Kristin is proving to be quite the distraction. Then we have moi, the opera singer, and my team will have enemies to lovers and forced proximity. Okay, Stella, that's our name, the acclaimed diva of the French opera house, once unrivaled in her melodic prowess, now finds her supremacy challenged by the emergence of the young Kristin. Determined to maintain her position in the spotlight, Stella is prepared to go to any lengths. Yet, despite her animosity, she finds herself unable to resist the captivating allure of her talented and beautiful rival. So that's why we're like enemies to lovers. Like, we hate Kristin, but there's just something about that annoying little brat that just draws us into her, you know? All right, then we have Raul, of course, which is friends to lovers and second chance. Those are the tropes for Raul. The devoted and loyal childhood sweetheart of Kristin has made his return to London with the intention of reclaiming his family's title. He now aspires to become a patron of the arts in hopes of reigniting the bond he once shared with the opera's young soprano. Will Kristin recognize him? Does she desire to recall their past? And is she open to the possibility of a second chance at romance? I love Raul, by the way, I really do. And then finally, for the 5 teams, we have the Stagehand. And this one is morally gray and opposites attract. Marco, a man of rugged demeanor and quiet strength, operates in the shadows behind the curtain, meticulously ensuring that Kristin's performance sparkles with perfection. His years amidst the grit of backstage have hardened him into a gruff man who is willing to do anything for a job well done. Can 2 people from contrasting worlds meet in the middle and find love? So, those are the 5 possibilities for romance that Kristin has. And again, you will pick one of these teams. As I said, you'll go into the Discord. There will be the first thing you do when you enter this Discord is it will ask you to choose who your team is. And when you click the emoji that will match with your team, you'll get access to our private chat where we'll be able to strategize and share recommendations and just like, you know, do what you do in a chat with each other there. So yeah, that is kind of the gist of it. Again, there's not too much to do besides now, but you will, again, I'll have the links to stuff down below. So whichever team you choose, you'll want to stack up your TBR with the tropes that are there. And again, remember the ones that work for everyone is if it's a Phantom of the Opera retelling or if it is in a gothic atmosphere, that will get you extra points there. But then like you're gonna get those points for any tropes really, you know. So even if it isn't your trope, you know, if you read an age gap, like that trope is gonna get points for you for sure. So just include everything you have. Now, as for the Phantom of the Opera inspired or retellings, I know that a lot of us hosts are going to be coming out with like our TBRs closer to. I will definitely do that when I do my September TBR. A good portion of it's going to be about what I'm reading for this readathon. But I also have been looking up Phantom of the Opera retellings. some of them are fanfics and some of them are just regular books too that are inspired by that. So definitely follow all of the hosts both on Instagram, and a lot of us have YouTube channels as well. There will be reading sprints that get set up. There will be lots of fun things. So yeah, definitely make sure you're following me and all the other hosts. I'll link them down below. And yeah, I hope you'll join Team Opera Singer. It's going to be great. Last year when I did this readathon, again, I did the historical romance readathon. It was my best month of the year. I read 78 books I think we did it in August last year, because I was determined. I was busting through stuff. So we'll see if I'm able to bring that to September as well. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you'll take part in this. If you don't, I mean, you're missing out, but it'll be really fun. And again, please don't be intimidated by how complex it sounds. To break it all down, it's like you choose a team, you know which tropes your team has, you read as many books that have that trope as you can, and as you read each book, you fill out the form. Or at least do it by the end of each week is the thing, because she does accumulate our points weekly so that we can see where we're at and everything. So don't wait till the very end to fill it out, but you don't have to do it every day. You could, you know, on like Thursdays, decide to fill everything out. And then you turn those in, and that can be all that you do. You can be contributing to us. You don't have to worry about it, right? But this is such a fun readathon to do. Maggie is fantastic, you guys. Like, her mind, the thing she came up with, like, just wait till you see. Like, if you did it last year when she did the Bridgerton theme, she wrote these amazing, there was this whole story she was telling us that had to do with what each of our characters was doing, what, like, our challenges were for the week, the different, like, side quests that we could do. Like, her brain is amazing. So I respect her so much, and I'm so excited to see how this goes. So thank you so much for watching, my friends. If you made it to the end of this, I don't know if there's a mask emoji. Is there a mask emoji? I don't know. If there is, leave a mask emoji, and we'll see you in the next video for some recommendations, okay? Bye.